iron out some things.
Diane wants to know if there's a show tonight. Diane wants to know if there's a show tonight.
Sorry.
Yeah, got it, Kinsey. You don't need to repeat yourself.
Insert laugh here.
How's that?
Notifications are out.
Yep.
Timothy
and
Rattler.
we are
First on the chat.
streaming on Kick tonight, KICK.com. Off Track Syndicate. We're under Just Chatting.
Oh.
We kind of took ourselves off of Twitch because it wasn't getting anywhere. So
What's that called, Rusty? KIK?
KICK.com.
Show content.
Okay.
Show content.
Wait, what show content?
Just heard myself again.
So can we still hear the...
It's better when he's got original sound off.
Okay.
Not gone.
But I mean, on I know we can hear it, but YouTube?
Oh, I don't know. All right, here we go. This is the Off Track Syndicate, brought to you live from a library somewhere on stage for Rusty, probably a 90s girl band concert, and the front yard of Kinsey, and I'm out in space somewhere here.
Awesome.
Rusty and Kinsey got back from their European adventure together, right?
I was there. Kinsey's
European.
Yeah, I was there.
We didn't pee the entire adventure.
Oh.
Just saying.
But that's what the outhouse was for, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks like you got rain coming across there behind you.
I do.
Yeah.
Just started there whenever the music was starting up.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
So at any moment we could see Kinsey scrambling to move everything inside.
He can play Jim Cantore.
So I don't actually believe that you guys went to Kinsey's place. I think you went to Sweden.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you hear about this? That Sweden now has made what is it? Sex into a sport?
No.
What?
What?
Yeah.
I mean, is this like points for form or what?
Yeah.
Sounds like a Masters and Johnson experiment.
Well, they've there's some master something involved in it, but the Swedish Sex Federation organized the first European Sex Championship.
Oh yeah.
Now, do they have different categories? Like,
The high jump.
No. The gender participants.
What?
I don't think that should matter.
Yeah. It stated that the contestants will compete in 16 disciplines.
All right.
Seduction.
Disciplines.
No,
that
no,
sounds
no,
like some.
I don't. I abhor discipline. No.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Rusty likes the discipline.
So what are the 16?
Yes.
Seduction, massage of different parts of the body. Must be
Oh.
like, arms or something like that.
Probably.
yeah, I got a crick.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, actually, no. Moving on. Massage of erotic zones on the opponent's body.
Opponent.
Foreplay. We'll say oral. Penetration, endurance, appearance, performing poses.
Strike
Like
a
Kama
pose.
Sutra?
Well,
Penetration, endurance. Do they give you a certain amount of time to recover in between events for tournament elimination or what?
So-
You'd have to visit their website.
I know. If you ever notice,
Uh-oh. It's going to be good.
So there's like a pose. It never freaking fails. The guy with the big honking, when he's standing there, he's got his back arched, and he's got like one hand on the hip. He's got like the pose, and the girl's down in front, and he's like, it's like, that is not comfortable. You're not. No.
That's the
As a
cover
matter-
of a Camel cigarette pack. That's
No,
the guy
no.
standing
That's
like that.
got to be the figurines on top of the trophy.
Right.
Yeah. No, Kinsey, you're right. That would be a. Yep.
I heard Jeff Foxworthy talk about this one time. He was saying,
Bill
No, it was Foxworthy.
Anyway,
He said, I've never tried this one, but I saw a dog do it once when I hit it with my car.
Oh, I thought you was talking about.
Bill Engvall.
That's right.
Were
Yeah, I
you
thought
were
you-
you thinking about Bill Engvall saying everybody's a little bit gay or something like that?
No.
Oh,
I was
okay.
thinking about the part where he was saying, "That's right, baby," and then his wife went, my hair."
Yeah. Yes, endurance, appearance, performing poses, creativity in changing positions.
Oh.
They repeat here a bit. Endurance and the number of orgasms in a certain time. Artistic performance. So I guess if you're a gymnast, I don't know.
Flexibility, probably.
Yeah.
oh man.
Increase in blood pressure and heart rate during the competition, and the most beautiful and complex pose, and the most artistic communication in the opinion of the jury and the audience. So there's a jury and a live studio audience for this competition.
Wow.
I'm
A
out.
live studio audience. Does it come with like a little trial size of Jergens with them, or no?
Dang it,
Paper
there's
towel.
There's a perfect video for this, and I'm trying to find it. I know we've seen it.
All
before.
I don't
breakfast
think
of
we could-
champions.
I don't think we
No.
could show that on Mojo 50.
No. Dang it.
So at the moment, 20 participants from different countries have applied.
20. That's all.
20, that's all.
So I wonder what training season's like, and how to
Rusty,
get
you've got some
to
of
the
those websites
tiers.
you can show Mel, right?
There's probably
there.
like tiers of amateur, intermediate.
If
like
there are
novice.
tiers, then you're doing it wrong.
Well,
Probably
those
count
are
points
after. Those are after.
Well, I mean that depends on if you have enough lube and everything. Because apparently, if you go ahead and lube up the back door well enough, then it quits all the squealing stops.
Wow.
Oh,
He had to go there.
does he have a
Yeah.
farm?
I don't
Rusty?
know if we'll.
Oh,
I don't know if we'll get in trouble for this on YouTube, but I want to share this because this is the Sex Olympics. All right, I'm gonna try it here.
We get in trouble. It wasn't me.
All right, yeah. So here it is. Y'all may have seen this. Can everybody see that? I wonder if
yes.
Bertie in the foreground, getting into position, checking
I
angles.
knocked the audio down about 20% or more.
So easy, but it can go horribly wrong. Perfect landing, bang on top.
Okay, that I would.
But-
Yeah, that's skill.
Brought to you by Trojan, most definitely a sponsor.
Do you know
Put that in French tickler.
you know about I don't know, do you know about maybe in the 1950s, I can't remember the decade, but Masters and Johnson,
Yes.
the sex therapist, where they would that kind of sex therapy brand new at the time, where they would watch and say, "Oh, you're doing it wrong."
Oh yeah. Well, they didn't just watch.
Yeah,
it was later put out. Ding ding. That they were all and actively engaged in most of that together. All
They-
You're never gonna
not
learn
at
unless
first.
you're showed the right way.
Yeah, not at first, but I think because they're a man and a woman watching this stuff together all the time, and then it happened. Then they, But there's a documentary on Showtime. Not a documentary, but their story is on Showtime, and the acting is really good. But it's a
Looking
true
at the,
story.
Looking at the live chat right now, Timothy Ratliff has joined the chat over on Kick, where we are streaming now.
nice.
Oh, really?
Thanks,
Let me check.
Timothy. He's
Oh, yeah.
he's always at the new places.
Yes, I like that he dips his toe into the water.
Right?
So the winners, the competitions will last 45 minutes each.
What?
Really?
What?
I'm out. I'm just pretending.
Ice
Right.
packs, please.
Yeah.
The winners will be determined by 3 juries. Maybe they meant judges. And audience ratings. The final evaluation, 70% of the audience votes and 30% of the judges' votes are accepted. So
Huh.
it's mainly judged off of the audience, the viewing audience.
Okay.
I think you got yourself a coaching job there, Rusty. You be a coach. All right. Line up.
Go team.
I think that sound
doing
was
exercise.
accurate, Mel.
Yes.
Now is this audience voting means it's going to be going to the people with the best form, or to the one that's got the girl with the best knockers?
Yeah.
What I'm more curious about
Appearance has to be part of everything too, right?
Oh, I'm
Yeah, I
sure.
wonder if it's like Dancing
think
with the
100%
Stars. People call in and some people get eliminated.
Right.
But if you can call in and participate, can you really consider it, an Olympic style event? Really?
What I'm more curious about is, okay, there's 20 people signed up to do this right now. What they don't mention is the ratio of dudes to women.
Oh, I'm sure.
Which is why I was asking
this-
for if there were gender categories in the multi-person events.
Well, see, but that's the thing. It's got to be multi-person. Is there 19 guys and 1 female currently?
Ouch.
Probably.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
if
we
that's
only
the
got
case,
one
she's
person
gonna clean up.
completing Yeah, we only got one person in, doing the Bukkake event here apparently.
I think that I would assume it would be partners that are already together, based on practicing.
Yes.
yeah,
You might not
Could be.
get it right with somebody you don't really know.
yeah, you could be right. So
Isn't
it
that
could be
a challenge?
evenly split right now, or just paired up partners.
Well, that's fascinating as I Google it real quick.
Right.
Apparently, there's a Swedish Federation of Sex. Their president's name is Dragon Bratych, Bratych.
God bless you. Nailed it.
He says he thinks the transformation of sex into a sport was only a matter of time. And I'm thinking,
It's a matter of a few other things. But
well, I'm thinking,
There's
what was
a
the
difference. There's a
Greco-Roman
difference in-
wrestling?
yeah.
Are we coming back to that kind of thing?
There's a difference between things actually being a sport and calling things a sport, like the slap competitions. Are we really considering that to be an Olympic level event?
Okay, so for those not familiar with this, it's 2 guys standing face to face with each
Or
other
two
across the
women.
table, 2 people, okay, and they one at a time slap the other person across their face, using, of course, with their hand, as hard as they can to try to knock them out.
Or that could be one of the new Swedish sex. Is slapping them.
There you go.
Anyway, go ahead.
Earlier this week, I saw, and Erica would love this. Maybe she's seen it already. The midget slap championship.
Oh.
Oh my God.
2 little guys.
Did she register?
I don't know. but I was watching it, and it was one little guy and a slightly, larger, stockier little guy, and the stockier little guy slaps him across the face, and he stumbles back, has to get caught, and goes back up there, and the other guy slaps the bigger guy across the face, and he's just like, "What are you doing?" This is having no impact whatsoever.
I know, Gilly, right?
I mean, I guess you have to, have a weight class, even if it's in the midget area, I would assume, because you got to have enough stuff behind it.
So does this mean it's a sport? So it's a sport. So
Supposedly.
that must be great for high school boys.
Oh man, I hadn't considered that.
Right. So I like.
Do they-
Are there like heats and stuff? Do you have to go like to county and then state, and then like nationals?
Are there pro-am
It-
tournaments?
That's what I was. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, going through the tiers. I mean,
Again,
you know
if
what I mean.
teams are involved,
You know what I
you're
mean.
doing it wrong.
But like, do you start off like in the solo competition, and then if you're really good, then you get a partner?
You get graded on your form.
Yes, and then you have like some accoutrements to. Never mind. We're taking this way too far.
Wow.
Right, like golfers, they buy real expensive clubs.
Hole in one,
Other sports, they'll buy
mulligan.
expensive stuff.
Wow.
Nice towels and ball washers.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially for sweaty balls.
Yes.
Anyway.
Thanks for that, Chris.
Wait, what?
Speaking of sports, how about this?
We were speaking of sports?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't believe you.
Technically, yes. Out of Massachusetts, there is no one left to officiate playoff games for Little League baseball teams in one Massachusetts town.
Massholes.
Yes. Yeah. Dominic, gosh,
Nailed it. Oh, you didn't do it yet.
Damiano,
Okay.
president of the Amateur Baseball Umpires Association, said threats happened to two of his umpires at a recent Little League game in Taunton, Massachusetts, where parents and players both verbally abused and threatened the umpires.
All right, I got to throw the BS flag here.
Flag on the play.
If we've already decided months ago that we're going to start making loudmouths officiate ball games, then where the hell are they at?
Well, to be fair,
Might have been that town. That was just one.
yeah, that was a
town's
different
solution.
place in the country.
What do you mean? It's a town in Massachusetts. They should have more drafted parents having to deal and be officials in the game than any other state, almost, except maybe New York,
Why?
because they're mass holes. They got a reputation up there.
Yeah, mostly because how they drive. Sorry, Erica, but I think Rhode Island drivers are worse than the massholes, in my opinion.
So,
But
there
so
was,
so
Oh,
you've
go
been talking about this a lot as far as the violence and the crazy parents at children's games.
well, mostly because I found that it did trigger Kinsey.
Yeah.
So yeah, when it comes up, I think of him first. In this
Glad you
situation
think of me.
here, in this situation here, profanity, verbal harassment, and things like "I'm going to meet you in the parking lot" are what were thrown at the umpires of the game.
Wow.
And basically, this situation here was there was a tying run at second. The umpire umpire behind the plate put his hand up, stop the game, put their hand up, do what they do. And the pitcher still threw the ball. Batter hit the ball, hit a double, leading to a run in there. The other referee out on the field saw, the game was called to a stop. Everybody called everything back. They went back to pitch again, and he struck out. So parents, players, all of them were pissed that this was done, and oh, this is BS, and so we're gonna get up and threaten you and condone this kind of crap with the umpires because no accountability.
You
Wow.
know, I don't like being on the side of the umpire on this, but with the way that you said it, I kind of have to be.
Right.
Did I tell you about my umpires when I used to play Little League?
No.
Two. They were twins. They were twin brothers in the neighborhood. They're midgets. And Tommy and Bobby Ubaney. You could probably research Providence midget twins. They'll come up. And they were, well, one of them, Tommy, was mean. He was mean when. Don't get me started.
Did they officiate from behind home plate?
Yeah, but instead of going down like this when he was looking at a pitch, he had to stand on his tippy toes.
Nice.
They should have got them fair platforms.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
God rest their soul.
Yeah, I think the I've said it before, the way people are acting about their kids' games and stuff. One, it's about the kids. It's not about you damn parents sitting in the bleachers.
They take it so personal. I know, Rusty.
It's crazy. And yes, there was some of that went on even when I played, but not to the level that it is now. I mean, it's insane. God forbid there's a bad call on your kid, or one that you don't agree with and ain't necessarily bad.
Right.
Shut up and let the damn game go on.
Yeah, it's not teaching kids good sportsmanship. I mean, that's the freaking point.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's only part of it. The other part of it is, I mean, you have to follow the rules. That's the whole point of having officials there to begin with.
Right.
So whenever the play is already deemed stopped and it continues on anyway,
Yeah.
and everyone throws a fit, well, I'm sorry. The rules were set as they were.
So
So, in my defense here, I'm not actively going out and searching for stories about, bad parents and that kind of stuff.
No, he's
Yeah,
only
that's
trying
the-
to find those that trigger me.
Well, yeah, they just show up.
There you
That's
go.
kind of easy to do, though, Kinsey.
so
Yeah.
I don't have a segue for any of this, but we need to
Didn't segue like
thank our re-up on our sponsor, warhorselegacy.org, fostering healing in veterans and their families and their communities. Warhorselegacy.org, they provide a healing space for veterans suffering from PTSD, among other things. They have the equestrian aspect, equine aspect of taking care of horses and the calming effect and all that has. They have a 140-acre ranch. There's fishing. There's hunting. It's all just for getting hunters or getting veterans and their families back to nature, a place to just calm down, relax,
And heal.
and
Heal
heal.
together as a family.
Yep. So, thank you, Warhorse, for staying with us. Yeah. So warhorselegacy.org. Check them out, please. Give them $5. Warhorselegacy.org.
Off Track Syndicate, bitches.
Looking in the chat there, Kinsey, Barbara's talking about your backyard. I don't know all the context of what the conversation was, but there was talk about.
Well, I mean, what's behind me is the corner of my front yard. So
It's actually the front yard, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were there. We
Who all went?
yeah. Go
I
ahead.
had rusty lug nuts in the palm of my hand.
Do you still?
Yeah, so Kinsey's made a nice spot there. I did take some video and stuff. I had a GoPro that I've not really ever used, so we got it out and I thought, hey, we'll do all this. So I got a GoPro. I did all that, and as it turns out, there's no audio to any of my stuff. Let me take that back. There kinda is some audio, but it's so low it's completely unusable, and I can't even turn it up high enough to even be able to hear it.
For those unaware, GoPros are very complex cameras. They have a single button on them that you push to record, and they have a microphone that's built into it that records along with the video.
No, they
Terribly
are
complicated, so give them a break.
They are notorious for not recording good sound, freezing, doing all kinds of weird things. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I wished I had content that was shareable, but believe me.
Well, talk to us.
I am.
What happened?
We cornholed a lot.
Of course you did.
Yes.
Got to get the question again.
We played cornhole a lot. We were shooting. We
Fired
brought
boomsticks.
pew pews and we
2 different days.
Yep, and they shot fireworks one night. We watched movies every night on a big projector.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a big what is that, like a 4x8 screen or something that you got out there?
Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah.
nice.
Ain't something like an almost 90 some odd inch projector screen to watch movies on.
Yeah, so
Oh, maybe we can share some more about that when we come back from the commercial break. All right. We will be back after the commercial break. Come on back.
You really look like Jeremy Strong when you did that, Chris.
So my wife was on the other side of the wall when I vomited. She's outside with the kids. She sticks her head around the door. What was that? Can't explain. Just move along.
Is that, yeah, hot man sex.
Well, I mean,
yes,
Rusty can confirm or deny whether or not I was correct in what I said. I had Rusty lug nuts in my hand.
I don't. Oh, that's right. You did go find some rusty lug nuts out of the barn. I forgot. Yes, he sure did. I did forget about that.
Did you hang them from the back of his vehicle?
Yeah, no. But yeah, he was like, here, and I it didn't register. I was like, wait, what am I? He has
I got you right here.
lug nuts and they're rusty. Okay, yeah, all right.
I thought about getting or making rather some truck nuts for my brother, with some giant big actual metal nuts and hang them from a chain. And then I find that crap's expensive. So no.
Yeah. I'll send you some. I'll send you some actual truck lug nuts. But yes, as your little screen there says, thank you to our beloved Patreon supporters, Barbara, Timothy, Mike, Heather, Diana, Techru, Stephen, Toby, and Miss Kathy in the Berg. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Kathy was gonna show up, but she ended up getting sick, so she didn't get to make it. All right, here we go.
Off-track Techru promo, take one.
This is misunderstood subculture correspondent.
Is he drinking?
But every once in a while, a bit of awesome falls off me, and the off-track syndicate picks it up and pretends they.
I think the mask has got CO2 built up in it. Take 4.
But every once in a while, it's true. But every once in a while, a bit of.
Don't this guy do this for a living?
See, I keep on choking.
Take 17.
Greetings. This is misunderstood subculture correspondent Techru, and I'd rather be drinking beer.
You ain't drinking already?
I don't have any. Yeah, you're going to have to edit.
Son of a...
And the off-track syndicate will pick it up, and yeah, I just can't go into that second part. There's some good parts in there at the beginning.
What I find most interesting about this story about how the GoPro didn't record the audio and it wasn't my fault. I mean, it's not like anybody has this device always in their pocket with them that can record videos and even post it to where our viewers can see at any given point in time.
I didn't think I didn't think I could do it with my phone to our Patreon.
There were some people that did get to see some things. Now, what Rusty forgot to mention about all the other stuff is on the last day that everybody was there, Friday night, we had fireworks.
Right?
No, he said that.
He said that? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my apologies. I thought he forgot that. But still, that was shared on Zoom with some of our listeners to be able to watch.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
have you ever seen, they do it for football games and presidential debates and stuff called bad lip reading? Just show the video and we can
There you go.
insert whatever we want. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's in Sweden.
We already done that during the camp out.
Okay.
So there is some other video that's out there that was taken with phones, but it wasn't my phone. So I think Kenzie's wife got some. I think Jason Goki, who was also there, he got one. I do have a clip of audio from him, though I don't have it set up where I can watch it on here, that I was trying to do for the Patreon people. It's like a 25 or 30 second thing saying, hey, how are you? And that turned out relatively decent, although you're looking at me while I'm trying to ad lib. It's terrible, but I mean, that's really it. But there is some karaoke that we also did. I forgot to mention, and I think somebody took some video of that too. I don't know.
What song did you
it.
sing?
I don't remember. I might have consumed
Alcohol?
Yeah,
Well, I can
Shut the front door.
I know.
I cannot confirm nor deny, but I've heard rumor that sometime during the week, Rusty's hat fell off.
Ooh, that happened at my place one time with Rusty too. I kidnapped his hat for a little while.
No, fell off.
Yeah, it fell off, apparently, they're saying. I don't believe it. I think somebody...
Twice.
I think a lot of these problems can be attributed to
alcohol, the cause of.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Probably
It
so.
happens.
No.
Well, so I'm gonna interrupt this because I'm losing interest in what you're talking about.
Okay.
Because we weren't there.
I want to thank. Lord, yeah, I want to thank Erica. She shared a video with me this morning on Twitter with an "Am I the asshole?" And this time it's a
Yay.
video.
Thank you, Erica.
We're gonna lead into this while I share the video.
Okay.
Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole?
All right, so we can see the guy, right?
Dating over 40, WTF.
Okay.
And here we go.
So I got a girl's number. Waited a few days before I texted her. She was happy to hear from me. And we made plans to go out. Totally made concrete plans. I verified. Something to the effect of, I'm available, can't wait. 7:30 Friday night. We were going to get pizza, some outside place. You know, I like pizza. I like to try new pizza places, so that'll be fun. So I didn't text her Wednesday. I didn't text her Thursday. We're adults, right? I don't know her. I probably would have blown it anyway. My sarcasm doesn't come across too well in text. So Friday morning, I texted her, happy Friday. She hearted it. To me, everything was good. So I'm on the way to the restaurant, running a little bit behind, just like 5-10 minutes behind. But I wanted to be polite and say, hey, I'm running a little bit late. If you get there before me, grab an outside table. Her response was, are you kidding? I'm like, bitch, I could have not said anything and been late and you would never would have got mad at me. And then she said, we'll have to reschedule. And I was like, we did say 7:30. I'm literally going to be 8 minutes late. I mean, right? That's not terrible. And she's like, no, you didn't confirm with me this morning. You didn't text me at all during the week. I was like, I didn't say this to her. I'm thinking to myself, I don't think we're supposed to confirm a second time if we already confirmed the first time? I responded to her, I do what I say. And that was all I said. And she hasn't responded yet. But I enjoyed the pizza. It was a good pizza. It was good, and I enjoyed it, and I sat by myself and ate it, and I had a great time. What sucks is I wanted to go to the gym, but I didn't go to the gym, so I'll go tomorrow morning. Anyways, am I the a-hole for not confirming? Or are we supposed to confirm and text during the week? I'm not a freaking 10-year-old girl. I don't text during the week. I have a life and business and work and all that other stuff I have going on. Are we supposed to text? I don't think so. Are we supposed to confirm? Apparently we are, because she didn't think so. And if we are, then I guess I fucked up. But anyways.
So, question is,
Good one.
You see the asshole for not confirming the morning of that their date is the time that they had already pre-established.
No. No, they made the date. That this is set in stone. We made the date. At this time, you're going to be there. Why do I need to contact you again to do this? No.
Because sometimes shit happens.
Okay, well then that's when the communication, something come up with her, then that's when immediately, whenever it came up, she says, hey, I can't make it to this Friday that we have already established.
I think that
let me
when
tell
she
you this.
hearted it,
Shit,
she should have
shit.
said, we could have, are we still on for tonight?
sometimes shit is unplanned.
Okay.
And if I'm comatose, I can't reply. So then you're going to show up. Then
Well,
you're going
then
to
that
get
doesn't
pissed
matter.
off at me for not showing up.
Well, then
And you got no clue what happened to me.
Okay, it doesn't happen. It doesn't matter. If you're comatose, it doesn't matter.
I'm not, well, but what I'm saying is it's more than understandable.
Explain yourself. What's more than understandable?
That sometimes things happen, whether it's just forgetting or whether or not it's a last minute thing and you haven't got to be able to do the communications back because you're involved in, say, a family emergency or something like that.
So you're on her side. He is an asshole.
I'm not saying he's an asshole. I'm saying it's understandable.
Okay.
There's a difference. But I will have to say that if he knows that far in advance, anybody with a military mindset knows that if you're not 15 minutes early, you're late. And he's 8 minutes late on top of it.
Well, it sounded like the way he was speaking, it sounded like she never intended to show. At Friday, she didn't intend to show up because it wasn't confirmed. But
Yeah,
I think when he sent Happy Friday and she sent a heart back, if she was wondering or confused about anything, she could have asked for clarification. Like, heart, Happy Friday to you. We still on for pizza tonight?
I would go with that. Communication goes both directions. And you see the breakdown there. If she didn't get a confirmation and she said, oh, well, I didn't show up. Well, that's just as much on her as it is on him.
You know, but based on his personality, I think he might be an asshole in real life. But in this situation, I don't think he was the asshole.
I would have to say off the way that he presented the whole story, he was the asshole on that part. But I don't know what they saw of each other.
What are they saying in the chats? Anybody paying attention?
If your first
Kinsey, no one needs a reconfirmation call for a date. WRF, whatever WRF means. I don't know what that means.
Who said that?
Erica.
Thank you, Erica.
Josh Kemp, agree, pick up the phone and talk. Erica also said she wanted out and blamed him for his reconfirm.
Right. Diana says, don't even have to say we are still on. Just say, can't wait to see you tonight.
Oh,
that would work.
That's sweet.
Right. But that could happen either way. And if she sets up this arbitrary rule, well, you have to reconfirm with me. Maybe that needs to be communicated with the person that you're dating at least once prior to, well, no, you missed out, buddy. You know,
I
that
think
kind of stuff.
I think that miscommunication happens in a lot of relationships when people say they don't like specifically communicate their expectations. And I hear this line all the time. You would think that ... You would think that somebody would have done something, but you didn't communicate it. So
Yeah, right. No, you would think that, not everybody.
yes, exactly.
you.
You would think that
Regular communication.
you would have think that
is
he would have brought me
always-
flowers.
Regular communication is always a good idea anyway, because everyone's not always on the same page, even sometimes when they think they are.
Well, all right, folks, us three guys, let's go back to communication. Last Sunday at 6:30, Miss Mel texted me like, "Yo, what's up? You know, where you,
Yo,
what-
gabba gabba.
Yeah, yo, gabba gabba." She's
That was literally
Mel's
the
ready
text.
to do. Nobody, for whatever reason, told Mel that we weren't doing a show last Sunday, that I was going to be on the road. How did that get miscommunicated?
Well, you would have think that Mel would have known since he was going to Kinsey's.
No, you would think that somebody would have said, "We're not going to have a show Sunday because I'm going to be on the road."
So I could have swore we had the conversation when Mel was there, but obviously I was incorrect in that thought.
Right. So
Well, I know whenever we done some extra special reporting, we had the communication and stuff about that, but there might have been somebody missing.
I was crying for 2 hours.
Last week? What happened to Gilly? I know you don't give a crap about us. What happened to Gilly last
They don't
week?
even joke about that.
there is a lot of.
She's fine.
But I missed you guys.
Aw. So yes, in a lot of aspects of life, I see where people not communicating, it causes freaking problems. Where if somebody would have spoke up or something to begin with, yeah. So
It's
maybe
the-
instead of taking for granted in any situation that, well, I think this person knows that, they probably don't.
Assumptions. That same thing happened to me last night. I met my friend Jeannie, wanted to go out for drinks, and her husband died 2 days ago. So anyway,
Wow.
yeah, sorry, didn't mean to put a
Feel
downer
down,
on
I
it.
don't
But
think.
there's a chain restaurant here on the coast. It goes from like here to Florida. I think they're in Texas to Florida. It's called Shaggy's. It's like one of those it's always on the beach restaurant bar things.
Right.
And she said, let's meet at Shaggy's at 4. I think it was 4 p.m.
Yeah.
I said, okay. So I went to Shaggy's at 4. She wasn't there, said she was on her way. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go shopping real quick. And then I'll go back to the parking lot and wait for her. And she's like, I'm here, girl. I got a table. I was like, okay, I'll meet you inside. I go inside. I gave the waitress her name. And she's like, no, we don't have anybody on here. And this is in Pass Christian, Long Beach. And I was like, Jeannie, where are you? And she's like, I am outside at Shaggy's. She was in Shaggy's in Gulfport, not Shaggy's in Long Beach. So
Yep.
that was like a, yeah. So, yeah, we had that whole talk last night about conversations and being specific.
Yeah.
Missed it by that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, and so I'm going to say I don't think this guy was the a-hole in this situation here. But
I think he was an a-hole, because if he's presenting the whole story and his first commentary to us about her message was, listen here, bitch, I'm sorry.
Did he say that to her though, or was that just
No.
what
He
was-
said no. He said that to the audience about her.
All right, but Knights, you were in the middle of something.
okay, well, hang on. So I'm going to address that. Are you saying that your inner monologue never comes out when you're describing to people a scenario there, Kinsey?
Okay. First off, he's
That's a
recording this for social media for everybody to consume. All right.
And what kind of people do that kind of crap? I mean, I hate those people.
Yeah.
Terrible.
But second off, if that's your nature behind somebody's back, then I'm sorry, including somebody that you barely know, admittedly.
And communicating about them as a third party, leaving it completely anonymous as far as who she is. But where
I don't care.
with this was,
I don't care. I know who she is in perspective to what he's saying, whether he gives me her identity or not.
so in the scenario of, was he an a-hole for not reconfirming their date? No.
Not an a-hole.
No.
Understandable
I think-
both
No.
directions.
I think he I think he dodged a bullet. If he's a person who's not going to put up with that kind of crap, there was going to be more of that crap coming up if they tried dating. So, yeah, he missed out on on more difficult situations.
Yeah, a drama queen.
Right.
Okay, I have another ethical question. It's called a ethical question, not am I the asshole? But in this case, it'll be, are the parents the asshole? There are elderly parents who wrote their will, and they're very wealthy. And the siblings' inheritance depends on whom they marry. And yes, and I understand it's a great sum of money, but it has to do with religion. If they don't marry into this particular religion, they don't get money, or they don't get inheritance. And you could say, well, it's parents' money, it's the parents' choice. Or you could look at it like, oh, that's kind of controlling the kids and who they marry. There's some, the one that wrote in is married to that particular religion, like she's good to go, but other siblings have not married based on this religious dilemma.
I'm sorry. Different people have different standards, and they have their own beliefs and everything. And I don't agree that it's making the kids do whatever, because it shouldn't make a difference on what you do, whether you're in your parents' will or not. You should be doing what you think's the right thing anyway.
But what do you think of the parents' decision? Do you think it's their money, they can do whatever they want?
Yeah.
Exactly, all of that is their money.
Yeah.
You
Whether
don't think
or not they're dead or not, they could leave the whole thing as an endowment that's a donation to whatever cause.
We don't
and none of it go to the kids.
That's right. We don't have to agree with it, and I don't agree with it, but it's not my money. It's not my thing to set up. The kids can either agree with it, like I don't know the details. So what if you got your significant other to convert to that religion? You know, is that good enough? Would that be good enough to do? Or, you know, so there's no, you know, whatever. You get them to do it, you get the money, and then it doesn't matter. But, you know, it's the parents. It's, if I say, look, you can't be gay, and you know, get it, while you may not like it, while a lot of people might not like it, I don't agree with it. It's just a scenario. But if I say you can't be gay and you can't do whatever to get the money that I'm leaving you, then that's just how it is. And it doesn't matter if you agree with it or you like it or whatever.
But what about, so I think, I guess that would be looking at it a little bit more logically, and not maybe, let's say all their lives they've been, like the parents might have been talking about it, like when you get to inherit this, then you can go fishing, or when you inherit this and then take care of the business. And what if they've been kind of like grooming them their whole lives for this inheritance, and then are like,
we're changing the scenario.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not, I don't think it's that cut and dry.
That's kind of where my mind went to, is what's the likelihood that these parents use this kind of carrot and stick with their kids all the time growing up, and then especially with something this big, and then the kid turns around and is like, oh, you know what, at this point in time I'm going to make up my own darn decision about this situation, as opposed to, I've been groomed my entire life with this carrot and stick crap with my parents, so I'm just going to go along with what they said.
Right. Well, I mean, we're making these assumptions and everything off of no added details and everything, and that is kind of the problem that we have is there's probably so many people that heard this scenario starting out about a restriction on the inheritance, and we're already assigning motive without any other detail.
Well,
all we know is what
Their
religion
motive was
here's an excerpt from the article. I believe a will is not just about money. It's also an expression of values and love. It's not a business transaction. I have strongly objected to this codicil, or more specifically, to her having informed us about it. The two thereby using their wealth as an implicit weapon in service of their religious views.
All right. Now, is this one of the kids making commentary about it?
Yes.
Okay, so we have a biased source. If we can't, it's kind of hard. Did we get the other side?
I have the response from the ethicist who responded to that. And so the religion is Orthodox Jew, and the writer pointed out, the ethical person pointed out that it is part of Jewish law to make sure that the religious values and everything gets passed down, but it doesn't restrict parents from giving an inheritance. It's just like there's no straight line here. It's a dotted line.
I should have known.
We could,
the damn Jews. God.
So we could equivocally say that there's a good chance that this is all done to religious conscience, possibly.
Right.
Because I mean, we have gotten to the point in our society to where we already think that we know what somebody else should be doing with their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like they've already got dictates to a level that they're following. If this is covered in spirit, in recommendations through Jewish law, and they're adhering to their religion, who are we to say anything about that? Just from a constitutional standpoint.
And ultimately, that's true. It is their money. It is their possessions. They can do with it what they want.
But
now we're going to, but somebody says but, and then we start judging them on other things.
Slightly venomous Kirk. So even ethicists can be
wrong. Mm-hmm.
No one is entitled to another's money. I mean, yes, even if it's your parents, you're not entitled.
You're not entitled, but it's just the way that it was presented. Like,
yeah,
it was weaponized, I believe.
You believe, but
I believe.
If we just look at the concept, we're not entitled to anyone else's money.
We are not.
Then why are we commenting on this anyway?
Because I thought it was interesting.
Because it was an interesting thing that somebody put out there going, my parents are going to make me marry a Jewish woman or they're not going to give me any money. Well, buddy, this is not a surprise. I guarantee you.
Exactly.
This is not a surprise. So
Mom and Dad didn't turn around and decide to be like this just last week.
No, this was it's the damn Jews. Okay. We all know it. The rich Jews, they control the world.
I hope you're being sarcastic.
I am being
okay.
very sarcastic.
I know you better.
I don't know. Please, YouTube. I do mean that at all. It's
So I need to make a note. I need to come up with a scene on OBS that pulls up a legal disclaimer, or at least a disclaimer for myself that I don't agree with whatever the hell Rusty's saying at that given time.
That's just what all of the weird anti-Jewish people say.
Ron's got you covered. Ron's got Mojo covered during the commercial breaks anyway.
Correct.
So I mean, you might need your own.
Doesn't cover me on YouTube. Nope.
Exactly. Yeah, it doesn't cover me either. Yeah.
I'm going to point out here. All right, the two of you have awesome new shirts from shop.offtracksyndicate.com.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Even got the train. It's off of the track.
Which it's such a terrible screen printing. They can't even get the train onto the railroad track. It's just terrible.
It's off track.
Yes.
Good
so,
God,
yeah,
you're as bad as
folks,
Jeffy.
Look, that is our official. Yes, our official
Thing.
logo-ish kind of deal. So please go to shop.offtracksyndicate.com and buy one of those T-shirts and wear it proudly. Yes, there it is on Chris's screen. It'll show up here eventually.
I literally just got over crying because I hadn't received mine yet.
But you didn't.
Melissa, you
get
weren't
that
the only
shirt. You
one.
got a
There you
different
go.
shirt.
Yeah.
So
I got a different shirt. Yeah. And Rusty, self-promotion there, kind of guy self-promotes himself with a Rusty Lugnuts shirt of his own. But at least it's an off-track shirt. I don't even have an off-track shirt. I've got a, Knights Who Say Knee shirt. myself.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep.
We don't advertise for other movies out
I'm
here.
hoping we can get slightly venomous Kirk, who has he's got a pretty good following, on Twitter. I'm hoping
We like him anyway.
I like that.
We
guy.
don't?
I
met that
him.
guy in person.
We've always loved him.
His Twitter following. Yeah.
I'm hoping he'll get a shirt and promote it on his Twitter page there, buddy.
Shameless.
Old
Shameless.
Hint.
No, I didn't get your stuff yet, Josh, but it'll probably be here tomorrow, I would imagine. Josh is sending me some weather. I think it's some weather stuff. Is that right, Josh? I sent him some stickers because
A thermometer?
that's all I got. No, I think he's got some. He's got some stuff to promote his page over on Facebook. It's I put myself on the spot here. What is it? On Facebook? It's weather related stuff.
Well, there's a delay in the chat there. So
Yeah.
He's a gynecologist? Oh, meteorologist. Easily
all right.
confused.
So we are planning the blank game, right, for the second hour.
I didn't book anybody.
All right then. All right.
I
So
mean,
no
you
blank
got
game.
content, right?
I will have content. Yes.
You will?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can go to bed now.
All right. Come on back. We'll have something for the second hour of the show after our commercial break.
Yes, I am guilting like a Jewish mom. Yes, Josh has a weather page on Facebook, and it's good stuff. He's always putting out alerts for bad weather happening and stuff. So yeah, I get alerts from him all the time.
Oh,
He's not the one to tell you to go home early, did he?
No, he didn't. I wasn't on. Audrey says, Rusty, I have some Blue Alien Society stickers. Yes, send them to me, dear. I will. I think I have you on Facebook or somewhere. I'll send you my address. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I felt depressed after Rusty left Saturday morning, and
Oh, I'm sorry.
Saturday evening we had to go out and lower the colors and the Jackhole flag. They were up for camp out all week long.
There's a Jackhole flag.
There's a Jackhole
There
flag.
is. I do actually. That is one of the videos that I have that I just have to get it converted over because it was a different format. But yeah, we have a Jackhole flag that was made by Timmy, and yep.
All right, I'll be right back.
Billions of people are watching Off Track over in the living room. Can somebody bring me a Mountain Dew? Please, a Mountain Dew, at least one. Maybe
Wow.
two wouldn't hurt, but at least one. Let's see how long this delay is. and there I am asking for about due on the television.
Yeah, so anybody that's listening, if anybody happens to be listening over in Kick, we are on a network break. We are on the Mojo 50 network. So we will be starting back up at roughly 8:04 Central Time, 9:04 Eastern-ish.
Now, they may or may not have been somebody that showed up for the camp out that, if somebody might remember them missing a hitch pin, one of them kind of hairpin shaped things that keeps that big pin from sliding out.
Yeah.
They found their hitch pin.
Where was it?
It was in the yard where the camper was originally parked at.
Oh, wow. Huh.
Oh no! Was I supposed to get content for the second?
I
hour?
wish I was that lucky. What, there's a second hour?
So we got to do another Warhorse. I'm going to let you and Mel do one since I'm so terrible at it.
Does she know this, or is this just going to be another surprise for her?
It's going to be a surprise.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I'm terrible. Uh-oh, here we go.
Almost.
15 seconds. Ish. Places.
This feels strange having to have show content for the second hour.
I know.
I don't know if I remember how to.
Well,
do this.
I'm sure we can muddle our way through it. We can play. We can pick a couple of people out of the chats here in YouTube and have you and Kinsey play this other game that I'm trying to get put together.
Other game.
So you can
Are you going to show us pictures of your family again?
Yes, jail pictures of my family, possibly, but we'll do that.
That ain't no surprise that they're jail pictures. I mean, come on, Rusty.
Well, we can work out the details of the other game another time. I have a backlog of. I was teasing. I have a backlog of stories that I've never got before.
So I have interesting stuff that.
Is it though?
I just seen put out on one of those like little reel things that I was like, man, I could be doing stuff like that. I got lots of useless information that people don't know about. And,
Really?
Where did you see this little reel thing, Grandpa?
I think it was on Facebook, but
if it was a reel, it was Facebook.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where it was at. But I was like, wow, this guy's got all kinds of hits for this little info thing that he did, and he didn't even have all the info. I've even got more info than what he put out. Which is it's amazing. But anyway, so all right, let's back up a little bit. So, do you know when you're driving down the road? Don't interrupt me, Kinsey. When you're driving down the road and you see semi-trailers,
holy crap,
big trucks, big semi-trailers, and they have these bars that come down. Today they're called DOT safety bars. But when they came out, they had another name, and it was for a specific thing that happened. So in the 1950s, in the late it was either late 59 or 60, somewhere in there. You can look it up. Any of our older people will remember Jane Mansfield, a actor. Yes, you're too young. You know Jane Mansfield? You heard the name? Yes. Mel has. Kinsey has. Was a big actress at the time. Some people called her the original Marilyn Monroe. She was big, buxom, beautiful blonde, whatever. So, her and a lawyer and her kids were traveling down the highway at the time in a very foggy conditions, and they ran under the back of a semi, and it killed her instantly. And the reason the bars are on the back of semi-trailers today is because of that accident. And they were called for the longest time Mansfield bars.
So they're not there to just for the purpose of being able to step up into the back
No.
of the trailer.
Right. No, they are there to keep cars from running under the back of trailers and
Wrong.
and killing people.
They are there as a visual deterrent. Most of them are not going to keep a car from going underneath
Oh,
the trailer
No, they
at any
absolutely
high speed.
No, they absolutely do. And you can go look up the videos of them running into the back at 60, 70, 80 miles an hour. It absolutely stops cars from going underneath them. Yes, absolutely they do.
A lot of them don't.
Well, that's because they're older trailers and they haven't been updated to the highest standard. But
All
the thing
aluminum
is-
new Fontaines.
the thing is, it saves a lot of people's lives. So here is another thing about that particular incident that a lot of people don't know. Jane Mansfield's daughter was in the car with her, and she is a famous actress that we all know and have seen regularly on TV, and that is, I can't say her name.
No, you can.
Mariska
It's okay.
Hargitay, who is the main actress on Special Victims ACU,
SVU.
SVU, yes.
Oh,
That is her
wow.
mother. Jane Mansfield was her mother, and she was in the car, and she still bears a scar from that accident.
I don't recognize her.
You haven't seen Law and Order SVU at all?
No.
Oh, well.
No.
99% of the rest of the country does. You're like, yeah. So
Yeah, she's really pretty. She's a really good actress too.
Yes, she is. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that that was a thing and that she was in the car when her mother died.
That's
Along
gonna
with-
be
right.
so freaking traumatic.
A little bit. Yeah. Unless she got knocked out and didn't actually have to witness any of it.
Right. Well,
No, but
some of it
still.
likely.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's when you're driving down the interstate and you see them bars down below the trailer. That's why.
Now I'm gonna think of that every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bye, Audrey. I guess Audrey's leaving us. Whatever.
Why?
Love you to pieces too, Audrey.
She didn't like the car accident talk.
I know.
Oh, damn it. So I just signed up for Josh Kemp's weather thing.
Nice. Yeah, he's got good stuff over there. So let's do a couple of sponsors here. Cancer Care Bags by Shelly with EY. Cancer Care Bags. cancercarebags.com. They're on Facebook under Cancer Care Bags by Shelly. They make care bags for people going through chemo to help them to kind of ease their pain and let people know that, you know, folks are thinking about them and care about them, and they're personalized, so somebody can go fill out all your favorite colors and what you like to do, and there's a whole list of things. You can get a hold of them over there. You can go to cancercarebags.com, look at it there. You can see Shelly's story, how she went through this same thing, and somebody made a bag for her. It is a great 501c3, so it's tax deductible. And they have a Amazon wish list site, so you don't have to give them money. You can buy the stuff that she needs at the time. She's got it all laid out there. One bag, all kinds of things. You can help them out. She runs completely off donations. I see her all the time she does motorcycle rides and dinners and all kinds of stuff. She's tireless trying to help
works
people
hard.
that are going through this. Yeah, it's a full-time thing for her, and it's a love to care for people you don't know that are going through a particularly difficult time in their life. So cancercarebags.com or Cancer Care Bags by Shelly with the EY over on Facebook. Also, just like before, warhorselegacy.org. Warhorse Legacy. Mel, you're better at this talking stuff than I am.
It's true.
You're saying that just because she's a woman, aren't you, Rusty?
Wow.
Oh, well, the special thing about Warhorse Legacy Foundation is that they incorporate the entire family and not just the individual going through the PTSD. Because when you heal as a family, your potential for success is a lot higher. When you're in a family or in a system, it's kind of like the family, the whole, is greater than the sum of the parts. And when the families heal together using their therapy methods with equestrian therapy and with family therapy, it brings the whole family together. And I just think it's freaking wonderful. And I encourage everybody to donate, but also if you are suffering from PTSD, to go there, reach out, and you and your family deserve that. And I really appreciate them for starting this organization. It's one of my favorites, for sure.
Yeah, and we are going to get out there eventually when we can get all our acts together and go visit with them.
Yes.
At the ranch. They are
maybe
doing
with
stuff.
a better GoPro camera.
Yes, with a better camera. I'm gonna. Yeah.
Go to Warhorse and check their calendar, because they do allow people over there from time to time on the calendar where you can have public access to see what they do.
Yep. So warhorselegacy.org and Cancer Care Bags by Shelly. Check them out.
Off Track Syndicate.
I want a quick shout out here. Jessica Yeager Flynn saying hello in Facebook. She's been our one solo commenter so far in the chats on Facebook. Everybody else has been in YouTube, which
she's Mrs. Kirk.
Fine.
Yes, that's
Perfectly
Mrs. Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's Mrs.
All
Slightly Venomous. Yeah,
there we go.
she is
And,
awesome. Thank
I
you.
could go for some Jaeger right now.
As we pointed out, Rusty got us set up with Kick, right? Kick.com.
Yes, we are over on Kick. I don't know if anybody's watching over there, but maybe we'll gain a little traction. We dropped Twitch and we went to Kick.
Maybe we can give it a few rounds. See
Yeah,
if
we'll
anything
try
pops
it
up.
out, see what happens. I don't know.
Sounds like a medical issue. It started with the Twitch, and then now it's moved on. Yeah.
Yes, we got some Tourette's up in here.
Yeah.
I love that Kirk has hung around all, and there's the breakdown. Evening, y'all. What's up?
You know, Aaron was too sick to do his own show. We appreciate him listening to ours tonight.
I understand. I have some sort of sickness that I picked up out at Kenzie's.
Oh, whoa, that could be.
Yeah,
You said that was our secret, Rusty.
Shut up. I'm serious. I got some sort of upper respiratory infection. My sinuses and I got like phlegm. I keep having to mute and cough my brains out. I don't know what the heck's going on.
What happens at Kinsey stays at Kinsey's, except for chlamydia. That shit'll come with you.
Well, you got that sexy little throaty thing going on, little nasally and throaty thing.
Whatever. Yeah, so thank you, Aaron, for dropping in your sickening state. Sickened state. Whatever.
Sickening is different.
Yeah, either way. What did he say? Twitch was going boofer and impacting creators. Yeah, I don't know. We got 0 traction on Twitch. 0. Now, I know it's supposed to be mostly for gaming. And Kick looks like it's the same way, but when I went over there and looked, there are quite a few podcasting and just chatting in real life, whatever. So I'm hoping we maybe get a little traction over there. I don't know.
We'll see. Put the word out.
Get the word out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Share us on the socials. Let people actually admit to people that you
admit
listen
to
to our
people
show.
that you watch the world's greatest little shit show.
I know it's hard, but you can do it. I trust that you can do it.
Quit looking.
I try to watch the breakdown, and they make me feel guilty because I am a sinner.
They all are. Everybody's a sinner.
That's right. I know everybody's a sinner, but I am a sinner, and then I feel guilty.
I mean, you're not as bad as Erica, and Erica's on the show, Rusty. I mean, come on.
This is true. This
Accurate.
I am not as bad as Erica on the show. So,
Are all sins created equal?
Yes.
You've never listened to her drive.
I implore all of you to watch the breakdown. I'm still waiting on my T-shirt, Aaron, because I was supposed to get a T-shirt. I don't know what happened.
Was he supposed to get a sticker? I mean, are you guys withholding? from each other?
He was supposed to get a T-shirt as well.
Did you
but
send
I was
him
waiting
one?
to get one from him because those shady religious guys,
Were you a contestant on a game or something?
No.
Oh,
we were
okay. Okay.
Promote. But anyway, so
in the past, hang on.
And now for something completely different.
In the past, I've brought up, how AI is going to take over and ruin everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's software.
I have a couple things to share here tonight. One is a picture. I've talked about how, subscription-based functionality in vehicles is BS.
Oh, but it is real.
The heated seats and maybe, what was it, cruise control kind of things. Well, how about this?
Adaptive cruise function not purchase expired. See owner's manual. What?
Yeah. So for those who are listening,
hold on, I got one thing for that.
Yeah, this is the dashboard of a vehicle. It says Adaptive Cruise Assist function not purchased / is expired. See owner's manual.
So is that cruise control?
This is adaptive cruise control. So as if you have cruise set up and going, if you come up on a vehicle that's going slower, the car will sense it and slow down and match their speed.
Oh, cool.
So this is smart cruise control, basically.
There's people that would rather not have it because when they start to pull up on somebody else that's going slower, they like to wait a little bit. And then after they get so close, get in the left lane and go around them.
That's what the accelerator's for. It's the right pedal.
Well, I'm sure it's a choice.
Because otherwise I just use the cruise and wait until I got up there and I just ease over and not have to use the accelerator. That's what cruise control is supposed to be for, isn't it?
Yeah, but this is smart cruise control.
Yes.
But I mean, okay.
It's for people that spend too much time looking at their phones and not enough time looking at the road.
I'm of two minds for this. Adaptive cruise control, it's an added thing. I've had my cars that I have that I own personally don't have it. They're too old for that. But I've had a couple rental cars in the past that have had it. It's okay. It's nice, but it's a function you can turn off. But I still would be hacked off like crazy if a car that I purchased had these subscription-based functionalities on it that they remove.
Yeah, that would make me mad too because it could, I don't know, is that considered a safety feature? Well, probably not if it's subscription-based, though.
Right. No.
If you got to pay for it.
Well, no, it is considered a safety feature. That doesn't mean that, you might have to pay extra to have it, but it's still considered a safety feature. We got it on our commercial trucks, and it annoys the crap out of me whenever I'm looking at my clock. And for some reason, this thing picks up early, and it'll slow down gradually and keep that distance. And you'll be surprised on how well that it'll do that, and you not notice it starting to happen.
Yeah.
I would use it. I would definitely use it on long road trips.
But here's the thing: when you buy the car, I mean, I don't think they're keeping it a secret from you that, well, this is subscription based, and if you don't do this,
kind of
you're
like
not gonna do it.
OnStar and Uconnect.
Oh. But
it's all the small print stuff.
The stuff that is happening. See, I didn't know this was a thing. So Sean, former host on Off Track Syndicate, he was driving a 2018 BMW 750 that was a friend of his, and we figured out by going through and looking at all the features that it has a gesture mode, and this is 2018.
A gesture?
So yes, gesture. So he could actually turn the music up by doing this.
Oh my God!
This is my wrap it up, Rusty signal.
Yeah. So he could turn the music up to do this. There was like all kinds of features, but that was one of them that was awesome. So like you just stick your hand up and go like this, and it turns the music up in the car.
Well, I'm curious what this one does.
That's right. Well, what that one does is if somebody's tailgating you and you don't like it, it turns the windshield wiper fluid on and shoots it up over the car so that it gets on their windshield. So it's like you're peeing on the car behind you. Yeah.
Now we can go through all the conspiracy theorist things going on exactly what they're watching you do while you're in your car, if your car can tell what to do by functions from hand signals.
Yes. But,
Don't get me started on conspiracy theories.
They are.
Everything is there for it. That's not the debate. The only debate is whether they're doing it or not.
Right. Well, we all carry around our own little mini spy device.
Yeah.
Whether or not we think about recording our activities while at a campsite with it, that's something different entirely.
Diana said, Rusty, what is sensing that? A camera in the car? Yes. So just like, and I think it's the
just
same,
like facial recognition software.
Well, didn't some of the game consoles have a thing where it can tell what you're doing when you're moving?
Xbox Kinect has a camera.
Right, has a camera in it. So it's the same.
Has their own.
Same as that. Yep.
Yeah, and the new Apple VR. I mean, that has, well, I don't know who's going to buy it for $3,500, but it senses all of your movements. You don't even need the handles.
Right. Yeah.
I love the videos of people playing with the VR, the Quest stuff. Their eyes completely covered. They're playing a boxing game or some stuff, and they'll either go run and jump into a freaking wall because they're so immersed in it, or they'll take a swing because they're boxing and somebody comes walking around, they just nail them in the face.
Yeah, it's happened to me and my son once or twice.
I know, but it's
but also some of these devices, even though they got cameras and looking at you and everything, that does not mean that all of them, because you brought up the Kinects and everything. I've got that, but none of it gets connected to the internet unless I want to go ahead and connect the console, and I don't even have to direct connect the console. I can download whatever updates I need USB and put them in the game system.
Anybody that's I know this is out of left field because squirrel. Anybody that cares, this is what I'm drinking tonight. Green River Wheated Bourbon. It is.
Where'd you get that at, Rusty?
I got it up here. I went to Green River Distilling Company and bought this, but you can get it anywhere.
Green River Distilling Company, located in Owensboro, Kentucky.
Yes, it is very, very good. Very good. Just saying.
And anybody wanting to look at some of these and looking to collect, if you find Kentucky 10 whiskey on your shelf at your dealer, buy two, drink one, keep the other because they're not making it anymore.
Yeah, Kentucky 10 is not being bottled anymore. They quit that to make that. So if you find, I think it's going to be something that's going to be worth money in the future. Yep, Kentucky 10. It's a blue label. Yeah, just says Kentucky 10.
Didn't you have a controversial topic you wanted to discuss? Oh wait, we're kind of at the bottom of the hour, but
yeah, we'll talk about that when we come back.
Controversy?
But yeah, so there's a controversial topic I want to talk about
and
that.
I don't like conspiracy theories. Sorry.
It seems like a lot of people are in support of, and I am not. So it's gonna be
interesting. I'm looking forward to the comments.
Is it Sex Olympics?
No, it's not. Olympics.
No, he's all for that.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, if that would have been going during his prime, he probably would have been a number one contender.
What do you mean his prime?
I mean, yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah.
Pays for Amazon Prime.
We should. Oh my God, we should have a segment where we debunk conspiracy theories.
Yeah, debunk. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not.
All right. When we
Debunk, perpetuate. Who's to say? All right, come on back for the last segment. We'll be here. We'll do more. We'll do more talking at your face. I'm confused about Jill's comment. Off track is a smells like a dumpster fire and unicorn farts.
Where is this?
Where do you get off track fragrance at? Is this a like a perfume line or something? Or
where did you get that at, Jill?
Yeah, it was earlier. I take offense to that because
Unitard.
Yeah. Where in YouTube?
Yeah.
Reborn Nirvana. Hey guys, what's your show about? It's a show about nothing there, Reborn Nirvana. We just kind of talk about stuff and that's it. I hate that I missed that when it came out. Yeah, Reborn. Aisha Sui, which is Paige. Hi, thank you for showing up. Kathy in the Berg, Slightly Venomous Kirk, Diana Morgan, The Breakdown, Timothy Ratliff, our Patreon subscriber. Look, brother, we're gonna put something out. It's not what I wanted because I screwed that up. Timmy the Pilot, Reborn Nirvana, Josh Kemp. Who else?
Kathy in the Berg summed it up pretty well. Random rambling.
Yes, it is random rambling. Wisconsin Jackhole. Thank you for thank you for being in there, brother. I know we're not the greatest, but that's okay. We are the world's greatest shit show. World's greatest little shit show.
All right, so since the only people listening for the next 10 seconds or so are on YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff, hit like, hit subscribe, share it. In YouTube, hit that notification button. Otherwise, you're not going to know when we're on. Here we go.
Yep.
Being yelled at in the YouTube chats right now. I don't know if you guys noticed this.
What happened?
Kirk's Tasty Jill Hole says, "Knights, say my actual name."
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume it's Kirk's Tasty Jill Hole.
Yes.
And then she says they can't see any of my comments.
Otherwise known as TJ.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, they can't unless
Why?
they're on the platform that she's using.
Yeah, she's on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So shout out to Wisconsin Jackhole. He liked and shared. That's great. Yeah, everybody like and share. And if you can, I know it's a lot to ask, but under the video, not just in live chat, but under the video, just, I don't know, say something. Shit show.
Here's the thing about that, Rusty. You can't do that until after we're done
Yeah.
being live.
After live? You can't do that?
Pretty sure. Yep.
Anyway, if you could do that, that would be awesome. But yeah, it helps apparently with the algorithm. I don't know. Whatever. Go over to KICK.com. Look for us over there, and maybe do something. I know I'm asking a lot. Whatever. Send me your info on in Facebook Messenger if you have me over there, and I'll send you some stickers. All right? 'Cause
Maybe if we remember and think about it, we can share our link to Kick on our social medias.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
To remember.
So I'm leaving that to you.
I don't have any social medias. They're all tracking you there. You shouldn't do that.
Oh my God.
Guru.
You're pushing me to talk about conspiracy theories now, aren't you?
All right, so all right, I want to get into this, which I have a different take on it, which apparently a lot of people have a take on. Okay, so Daniel Perry.
I think
I wrote it down.
I think it's assuming it depends on how much information you have. And after this, I'm going to watch the video because I didn't see everything that you saw.
Okay,
so go ahead.
So
based on the information,
you don't want to see half the stuff he's seen.
And maybe I'm wrong, but the video that I seen was different. So Daniel Penny, not Perry, Daniel Penny, man accused of choking subway rider Jordan Neely to death, released on bond. Jordan Neely was a homeless mental patient. He was mental. There's no doubt about it.
Michael Jackson impersonator.
I don't know about that, but he was killed by fellow subway passenger Penny in a thing where yes, there was some okay, the man was dangerous. Absolutely, he was dangerous. However, just like the case with a lot of stuff, the government failed this mentally ill man. They left him on the street. They knew about him. They knew he was a problem. They left him out there, to harass and potentially he almost killed a few people. Okay, he's not a good person, but he's mental. So can you even put that connotation on him? There issues. The thing.
Wait for Rusty to finish his.
The thing is, Daniel Penny, yes, he came to these people's rescue. Okay. He choked him out. He should have stopped. So when the man passed out, there is no reason to continue to chokehold this person once he is out. And the videos are out there. There are two other people with Penny when he has him choked out and he's passed out, picking up his arms, and they're dropping. He's out. He could stop. He did not. He continued to choke him, and he killed this man. He is wrong. Yes, he went to help somebody. Yes, he stopped it. Yes, he was freaking wrong for killing this man. He was wrong. And all this support that I see for Penny is wrong. He knew what he was doing was wrong. He was wrong. And yes, he should be held accountable for murder. He murdered this man. It was not his right to do so. He was wrong. And he should pay for it. Yes. And you can disagree and you can say whatever, but if you have somebody in a chokehold and they're out, they're done, and you can let go. It's bullshit, and he should pay.
Kinsey?
Yes, he should be charged with second-degree murder.
Kinsey?
Yes.
Your reply?
Well, I'd have to say start out with where's the video. because I haven't been hearing a lot about this, so I haven't looked at it. Because my original first question would be, are we referring to a difference between killing and murder? And Rusty says it's murder.
Well, it sure looks like murder to me. The man is out. He is not freaking putting up any fight. He is out. There's people picking up his arms and they're dropping. He's out.
And when the people are picking up his arms, trying to check, I guess, his vitals, did Penny still have him in that chokehold?
Yes. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And there was no reason to continue to hold him.
Was he still applying pressure, or can we tell if he was still applying pressure to that hold?
Obviously, he was if he cut off the man's airway until he died.
Right.
Because when you passed out, your body takes over and starts to breathe again. Just like if you was to stop and hold your breath until you pass out, when you pass out, you start to breathe again.
You know, we like to always say that we know what's going on, and we have had a number of things that have turned out in the news to look like one thing and cause arguments on both sides and go either way. So, I mean, I want to hear both directions on it.
Okay, fair enough. And just like you're saying, Wisconsin Jackhole says we get a coroner report yet. Okay, fair enough.
Did we?
We don't know.
Well, I mean, the coroner report is going to, I mean, it was asphyxiation, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it all depends, you know. I mean,
does it matter?
Might be the case.
Does it matter if he had drugs in his system or not?
It could. Because that was the
whole
point of that was the whole point on I Can't Breathe, wasn't it?
No, that's bull. Well, okay, all right. So, if you can,
here we go, folks.
Yes, if you can speak, you can breathe. Period. End of story. If you can't breathe, then you cannot speak. Speaking involves breathing.
Yes, but also 100%. A lot of times these holds are also not as much on breathing, but more on circulation. Which one was it? Do we know?
No, I don't know the report. I'm gonna see if there is one yet.
I don't know.
Chris, you're awfully quiet.
Well, yeah, I keep thinking of things to say, and then people talk, so I let them go with it.
No, go ahead. Your turn. You got it.
Yeah.
Yes, go Knights.
No, I'm with Rusty. If you can talk, if you can say words, you have the ability to breathe there at that point.
Yeah.
The whole thing with this guy. So yeah, the guy was on the subway, right?
Yep.
And causing problems there. So this Marine comes up, puts him in a chokehold, holds him in place. As much as it pains me to say it, I agree with Rusty that at the point in time where he's no longer a threat, you let go. You find another way. You detain him another way rather than holding him in a chokehold.
Because he had help, but I'm wondering, coming from Penny's side, like, how did he know? I mean, I don't know. I've never killed anybody by a chokehold before, so
yeah, give it time.
Yeah, it's early. It's only 8:40. But how did he know that he stopped breathing? Or how did he know, like, just because they stopped fighting doesn't mean that they died? I mean, I have so many questions. I haven't heard anything that Penny said.
It's a matter of, at some point in time there, when he's no longer a threat, when he's no longer thrashing about and going to be an issue, you let go and work out another way to hold the guy in place.
Yes.
But how does he know? Like, how does Penny know he's no longer a threat?
He's the
like when you're holding the guy in a chokehold. How do you know that?
Because he's no longer struggling.
For one thing, you're on the wrong side of the person to tell everything what's going on. For another thing, if you already got something like this going on, I'm sure there's an adrenaline factor that clouds some judgment somewhere.
The adrenaline, the stress factor in that situation, you can't hear anything. You can barely see anything, and you kind of just stay put. Like you are. I mean, your heart's going to be racing. There's very little reason in your brain when you're doing that. I don't think he intentionally killed him.
I do know a number of people that will attest to a fight versus flight type scenario to where there is a blackout factor depending on what's going on.
Yeah. Okay. I see what Mel is saying. Yes. So there is an adrenaline factor. However, 12 to 15 minutes, that is a long...
That is a really long time.
A really, really long time. And when there's there were two other people assisting him when this was going on. And
who's more responsible, the person hopped up on adrenaline or the other people that are there that has got a better cognizance on what's going on?
Well, they all are. I mean, based on history, especially in the news. But
okay, fine. All right, fine. Let's say he got overzealous and adrenaline was pumped up. Fine, manslaughter.
Panic attack.
Manslaughter is still a real thing.
Okay.
Yes.
I would agree with that. I don't agree he's like, I'm going to kill this guy. I think he really was protecting the public and himself. I mean,
but then you have to go into the different mans. Man 1, man 2, man 3.
Mm-hmm.
So that's for the jury, obviously, to decide. But I do not think this man a hero. I do not.
Yeah, hero's kind of pushing it. I don't think.
And that is thrown around a lot.
I didn't know about the hero status. Who's calling him a hero?
What
kind of media?
Rusty is familiar with Black Diana. Really? Really?
Called you out.
I'm not gonna say I'm out.
No. What media is calling him, or what groups or whatever are calling him a hero?
That's where it started out.
That's how it started out. And Kid Rock called him a hero. And whatever.
I'm still pissed off about the whole Bud Light thing because that was dumb.
Now, would level of training have any difference in this?
It ought to.
The reason I'm asking is because this guy is not a law enforcement official; he's a Marine.
Yeah, trained to kill, but they also learn the ladder of force.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I'm getting into. What would be the trained habits here? Would they be insinuating circumstances based on that?
I'm sure that would be taken into consideration, his training and what he was taught, and the time. Because it evolves, it devolves. I mean, it's different sometimes based on the decade.
Wow, this is I did not think of this, and this is a very, very good question. If he shot him to protect others and he died, would you feel the same? Wow. I don't know. That's
a really good question.
Deadly force.
That's deadly force, and did he feel deadly force was appropriate?
I imagine there's a lot of people that make that argument.
Wow. I hadn't thought about that. That's true. So what? I guess that goes to the situation. And do you pull out a gun and say stop, or I'm going to shoot you, or do you just pull the gun out and start shooting?
Well, see, thing is, with going through concealed carry training, you learn that at least in Nebraska, you're only allowed to pull that trigger if you have no other alternative, and they are a direct threat to you, not to you.
That's not every state.
I understand that. I'm speaking from what I know.
Right.
So that's why I said in Nebraska, you don't have the right to pull the trigger to protect your wife, your kid, another person. It's only if they're a direct threat to you, and see, now I lost my train of thought. And you have no other options. You don't have the ability to turn around, run away, that kind of thing. If you do it in any other circumstance, you're liable for any actions that happen because you pulled that trigger.
So that would not fly in this case.
I don't think so.
No,
not at
in
all.
This case, but I mean, with the scenario that was being brought up.
But
Rusty
what
on
was
the-
so? But what was he? What was he doing? It depends on, was he intimidating and doing that, or was he actually physically touching people, or did I hear this correctly where he was threatening people, saying, "I'm going to kill you"?
Yes, he that was a common thing, not just once, but multiple incidences that he's done this. But I have to give the breakdown. You don't know how much Soldier Boy made of clay, now an empty shell, 21 only son. That is Metallica, and thank you, Breakdown. I now love you for doing that. That is fantastic. Wow. Yes. I have a lot of respect for you now. Yes. I didn't know. Yeah.
You didn't like him before?
So
what I learned today is Rusty had no respect for Aaron Barker before.
Well, I do now. Okay. Whatever. That was awesome. Oh, that was awesome. Now I'm going to have to listen to that song after the show.
There you go.
To address
that means
Kirk's tasty Jill hole, she says, so how do they get off the effing subway? No, I'm not arguing with that. Yeah, you don't really have the great ability to get off the subway.
So I do not see her. Is she in the YouTube chat?
I'm watching the Restream chat, which is a compilation of
Restream.
everybody.
Okay, I'm not seeing that. So it must be on Facebook.
The question is,
Humble Heroes, absolutely.
The question is, if everyone believes that this guy is off of his rocker and he's got a repeated history like this, then would you consider him a threat as soon as he would regain consciousness again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's why I said once he's no longer a threat,
immediate threat,
and you find a way to detain him other than wrapping him in an improper chokehold.
Yeah.
How do you detain him then?
How many purses are on that subway? Can you tie him up with the purse straps of people there? You got shoelaces? Do you have somebody that can sit there and wrap him up around his chest to hold him in place? Yeah, there are lots of other opportunities to detain a person rather than choking them out.
Yeah, if he's not presenting a physical threat in any other way but physical violence and no knives, no guns, no whatever, yeah, I think...
But people, even though maybe they should, but people aren't going on the subway preparing for battle. They're not in that mindset. Maybe, I don't know, you can argue that in New York maybe you should be, but I don't think the average person on the subway is preparing to use a weapon to defend themselves. They're not in that mindset.
Would we be thinking the same way like 10 years ago before Living Dead was a thing and preppers was a big thing across the nation and all this stuff?
The what?
The idea of preppers,
apocalypse. Oh, preppers, yeah.
The Walking Dead made headlines and made skyrocketed ratings.
But yeah, even though this happened, the subways, New York City is way safer now than it was before.
Okay, all right.
Is it? It is. You got to look at statistics. What?
I have to address this. You were right, Kirk. For whatever reason, I was only getting top chat, not live chat. Whatever. Now I see Kirk's tasty Jill hole. Yes, Kirk. He attempted restraint. He did it wrong. No, he didn't do it wrong. He just held it forever, which I think.
Wait a minute.
Correct. Chokehold, if I remember right, shouldn't cut off all blood supply to the person.
Right. Well, I don't know.
I don't think we have all the information.
No.
Mm-mm.
No, what do you mean we don't? You already kind of made your verdict.
We don't know. You're right. Okay, we don't have all. But when you look at the freaking when you watch the video,
When you look
and
at
he
what the
has
media
guy-
wants you to see,
when
depending
you,
on what media you're watching.
when you see the video and he has him choked out and the guy is reaching down and picking up his arm and letting go and it just falls, he is out.
We have. Well, the thing is, depending on your chokehold, it's not actually cut. A lot of them's not actually cutting off airway; it's cutting off circulation. So if it's the death by asphyxiation, and he cut off the circulation, then that would lead one to believe that he had something else that was insinuating circumstance.
All right, so fine. I'm not a doctor. When you cut off circulation to the brain for a short while and you pass out and you let go, the circulation is restored. You're not stopping the heart. You're just passing out the brain.
And how can you tell by the video if he lets up a little bit on the hole?
I guess you can't. Yes, Alicia. No blank game because no. I mean, you could have called in, Aisha. You could have called in, and we could have had a blank game. So
You know, people can call
where
in
are you?
anytime during the week, leave a message.
That's right. You
And
can
what's that
call-
phone? What's the number? I don't see the number up here.
Yeah,
Oh, there it
we
is.
go. Yeah.
256
there you go.
926
So
23.
you're gonna call us out, but you didn't call in.
Yeah.
Aisha Paige. What is the deal with your name, Paige? Come on.
Hey, when we have these conversations or these, controversial conversations, call in, join the chat.
Yeah.
Right? You can call in, people. Any of you. Kirk, Tasty Jill Hall, you can call in and be a part and be right in here with us.
And if you don't listen live, call in and reference what we're talking about. You might make the next show.
You don't want me to call in?
No, we don't want you to call in. We don't want to hear
breakdown?
anything you got to say, Chris.
Breakdown, you could call in. Hello?
Yeah.
The phone is connected right now, right to the board. You could call in and be a part right now.
Yeah, we can have Breakdown as a guest on the show.
Yeah, we could.
Do we really want that? Well, I don't know.
I-
If we get the bearded
like-
pastor from Paducah, we can have him on here.
Yeah, the pastor from Paducah. We absolutely could have you on here saying what you think. Josh, yeah, you could call in. Nobody's called in.
Yeah, Aaron, we could talk about The Shining and Stanley Kubrick's interpretation of Stephen King's.
But of course, we've got 5 minutes now.
Hey, Stephen King's TV series was better than the movie. I'll say that.
Of The Shining?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know there was a TV series, but
There
I
is.
call bullshit.
And they recorded it in the hotel in Colorado.
Colorado.
That's right, Timothy Ratliff. You could call this number
Mm-hmm.
and leave a message.
I can?
If you don't like how your voice
I don't think
sounds-
anybody has any guts
Why
to
do you
call in
keep
now.
telling me to call? Damn it, Rusty.
Oops.
And if people don't
Whatever.
like how their voice sounds, they can look at that same number and they can send a text message.
What the hell?
Well, that's assuming Rusty pays attention to the text messages.
Well, I mean, he should be getting to the ones for into October, beginning of November by now.
Right, right.
Oh no. What did Josh say? Rusty, I can come show you how quick it takes live next week. I got a
Josh wants to show you the chokehold maneuver
Wow.
Okay.
live on the show.
No, I do check voicemails, Diana.
Yeah, for your phone.
Whatever. Yes, we would love for people to call in and be part of the show. You can call in and be part of the whole damn show.
Mm-hmm.
The show comes on.
Because who the hell wants to listen to us for the whole show?
Right? Especially that one guy. I mean,
And if you want more of the show, what can they I don't know. What can they do? Oh, that's right. Patreon.com/offtrackgang.
Oh, here we got somebody from New York calling in. New York.
Uh-oh.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
Which one?
Hey, Rusty, this is your old buddy Barbara. I'm calling in just to let Melissa know I did have the nerve to call in.
Oh, my girl. That is my girl right there.
Yes, we love you, Barbara. Thank you.
That is, I gotta get Gilly up here now because Barbara.
Yes.
What was she saying about my backyard?
And thank you, Barb, for
No,
calling in.
Kinsey, I was saying, I thought that, now I have to remember what I did say.
You said you had a big backyard,
That
Kinsey.
your backyard is so big and that your front
How big is it?
Kinsey, I would not want to mow your yard.
Yes,
That's what she said.
He gets that a lot.
Large mower to mow that yard, but see.
Oh, I see.
5 acres.
I see.
Yes.
I see my Gilly.
Yep, and Miss Barbara is showing everybody that you can call in at this number and be a part of the show at any time, whatever.
Yes, may I say to anybody who's in the room, listen, if I can call in, you guys can call in.
Yes.
I love your voice.
Playing the blank game is one of the funnest things to do.
And we will do it next week. Kinsey, you've got to get some people lined up, and we will do the blank game next week.
Call the number.
The only thing is, I promise I won't call in next week because I'll have a bad case of laryngitis.
Glad you can plan that ahead of time. We'll go ahead and take that in consideration.
Because I know Kinsey does. I don't think Kinsey really likes it when I call in, and I don't want to get Kinsey upset.
I got no problem when you call in, especially when you bring your friend Karen in.
Barbara, if there's one thing we've realized, I like to get Kinsey upset, and Rusty obviously likes to get Kinsey upset. So,
well, I tell you,
we covered it tonight.
I like all of you. I consider all of you my friends, but I don't want to get any of you upset.
No, we love you.
We love you, Barbara, and I love your
all
voice.
The fun out of it.
Thank you for calling, Barbara.
Love you, Barbara.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Yep, love you.
Call the numbers. Let us know if you want to be on the blank game next time around.
Give us a call, 256-926-2390. That's it for us this week, guys. We appreciate you listening and watching. We'll see you next week.
We are still on YouTube. Wait a minute.
All right, yeah, keep us on YouTube. Yes, y'all. You have to go up to the top and click instead of top chat. You have to turn on live chat to see
YouTube must have changed something.
I didn't know that. I didn't.
And why isn't Kirk's Tasty Jill Hole top chat?
She should be.
She should.
Is she hot? Yes.
She is very hot.
It's got nothing to do with us.
Very,
I
very
cannot
hot.
judge one way or another.
Oh crap, Chris! Fact check: Sweden officially declaring sexist.
I've never seen Kirk's Tasty Jill Hole, but let's just say
Shawing.
Yes. Shaw Wing. Yeah, she is awesome individual. So we might be on Zoom for a little bit if any of you people want to join in. I don't know how you can get a hold of it. I don't know. Oh, well, there we go.
Well, I mean, if we're going to be in Zoom and you're going to be in Zoom, they just call the same number that Barb called, and they're in.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to be in Zoom and you know that number, 256-926-2390, you can also be in Zoom with us. So there's that.
Over
now, for the blank game, you know more than one person can be on the line at a time.
Yep.
It's a group thing. Let me know how long you want to be on YouTube.
Oh, Zoom number.
Nope.
I will invite you in, Kirk. Here we go. I'm gonna do that right now as soon as I can find you.
I'm gonna have to bundle up and go to bed because I gotta get up and go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
Well, good night.
Well, you should consider yourself lucky I didn't do the show from the truck again. That's usually what happens half the time.
Hey, Kinsey, you look like Melissa from 3 years ago.
I do.
Yeah,
I'm-
seriously.
I'm trying to work a little bit better on that, you know. and-
You'll never look as good as Melissa now.
Doing
Okay.
doing the show with the ball cap on my porch.
Yeah, right? Hey, at least you weren't sitting on your washer and dryer, girl.
That's
Wow.
fantastic.
That's post show.
Wow.
That's what she does off of the show, Sean.
That's
Oh. What she does off of the show is fantastic. Is that what you said?
Yes, it's fantastic.
Oh, for
that
fuck.
is Knights is too young for that. He doesn't know anything about that. But
No,
So-
he doesn't know a thing.
I'm gonna stop us on YouTube. You're the host
good week,
anyway.
guys.
Oh, I didn't know we were still on.
We were still on.
Obviously, Sean doesn't listen.
yeah,
No, I
Okay.
literally just got in my car. I have not been I haven't even been on my phone all day. I just saw the time and I'm like, oh, they just finished.
Good night, YouTube.